Guys, let's talk about unit commands, formations, and all the orders that you can do in the Bannerlords. So normally first you can select each unit group that you have, either 1, 2 or 3. So infantry is normally number 1, second one archers, third one cavalry. You can also make those group manually in your party. You can select a few units that you want. There's special groups. We currently just have the basic ones. Normally, another good tip is holding ALT and just see where the enemy is going and what they're doing. So how do we want to move our troops around? If we press F1, so we're giving orders to our infantry, and F1 then for movement, we can position them where we want them. Make them follow us with F2, charge with F3. Those are pretty basic options. F3, when you press it, they'll just go and engage the enemy. Now the advanced one is a bit different. Normally they're good to be used. It's good to use advanced with archers, as they will just try to get in range to shoot at the enemy. And if the enemy starts charging them, they will try to back away and keep that distance. So then you can charge with your infantry, make them fight in the middle, and your archers will make sure that they have the distance between themselves and the enemy troops. Fallback is when you order them to just start retreating. So if we press F5, they're just gonna start running back until we stop them. You can just tell them to stop. And then we've got stop option, which is F6, and then retreat F7, where they'll just try to run out the map. F9 in every menu is just to go back through the menu. Then F2 is which direction we want to face them. We can either do it manually, as you can see the arrow next to the flag in which we want them to face if we press F1, and then to face the enemy F2. The more interesting ones are forms. Normally people want to put the archers in a circle or do a square or whatnot. Shield wall is my favorite for the infantry. So normally you can just press F4 and now they will form a circle. If you want to move that circle around or make the troops or the archers like in a square, you can just tell them to be in a square, and then again we just press number 2 and with the left mouse button we put them in the circle, and now archers are in the circle. We can do the same thing with the circle. We can move the circle around the way we want to. You can just hold the left mouse button and drag around where you want it. Do you want the big one? Do you want the small one? It's really up to you. That's pretty much what we have about forms. The other ones are pretty self-explanatory. Loose is pretty good for the archers, as they stand apart, and if they're just trading hits with the enemy archers, they will be hit less frequently. If you're on the high ground, you want to put the archers below with the shield wall. I mean the infantry below with the shield wall, so they tank the arrows while yours shoot from uphill. F4 is just to tell the archers to fire at will or hold fire. That's pretty self-explanatory. F5 is for horses, where they either dismount or mount. And F6 is another interesting one that you can also use in sieges. When you start the siege, that is the command that's already active, and this command makes a sort of, let's call them sergeants, which they command each troops. So there's gonna be one commanding infantry, one for cavalry, and so forth, and they'll make certain small groups of them. Like they're gonna be one group with the siege towers, one group with the another siege tower or the battering ram, and they'll just try to break through. Or you can move that order away and then command them on your own during the siege. Same thing you can do in the battle. When you start the battle, you can just press F6 and then the computer will command them. Now we just told them to command the infantry, but we can also press 0, select everyone, and then tell them to command everyone. Now they're commanding. If we just press 6 again, they won't do anything. And now I've just told them to returned back as I turned off the F6. The other one is F7, which is transfer. You can select the unit, and then with the F7 you can select how many of which unit you want in that unit. So you would basically press a key and then F7 to create a new unit, which would give you another unit to use or control. So you can make small battalions, or you can make maybe split horses into 2 groups or 3 groups and then assign each a task. So that's pretty much it, what you can do and how to control your troops within the battle. You can do lots of funny stuff and interesting stuff to defeat the enemy. And if you have any further questions, please feel free to drop them down below and I'll do my best to answer them. Thanks for watching.